Hey guys, real quick. This next workshop is all about what the executive branch does. So when we take a look at this is what we're seeing, the executive branch. Our objective stays the same. You guys are trying to run an election campaign in order to keep your job with your candidate because he's promised you a position in his administration or her administration as soon as they're elected. You'll be able to analyze the importance of the executive branch, describe the functions of the executive branch, and compare the executive branch to the two other branches of the United States government. So just quick refresher, when we talk about this, we have those three different branches, the executive, the legislative, and judicial. We are focusing on the executive, which is made up of the president, the vice president, and the cabinet. And it's responsible for enforcing laws and managing the military of the United States. The executive branch. So this executive branch was created for one pure, simple purpose. It was created because the Articles of Confederation were very, very weak. Due to the weakness of this, they realized that going so far away from a pure leader and an executive did not work. We needed to build in those safeguards to keep away from tyrannical power, but we could still have an executive leader. And that's what it came down to. The executive branch, the president, the vice president, manage the vast federal bureaucracy or anyone that works within the federal branch. To give you an idea, organizations and agencies that are within the federal branch include the NSA, the TSA, the Department of Education, the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, etc. So there's tons of stuff going on underneath the president and that bureaucracy, and that's what we call it, the bureaucracy. Maybe you've heard the term, the bureaucratic red tape. They're not letting us get this done, and that's what we're taking a look at there. Right? They also serve as the chief executive and the head of state, entertaining these foreign dignities. So everything they do within the executive branch is one thing, but we also have this ceremonial role where the president and the vice president are all part of this entertaining, these treaties, these different photo opportunities. It makes you kind of wonder a little bit too. I like to compare this to, the president is both the Queen of England with the photo opportunities and the Prime Minister of England with the government responsibilities. It's a definite job, and that's when we can look at, especially two-term presidents like Obama. What did they look like on the first day in office, and what do they look like on their way out? And it's a significant shift. It's a significant aging that they've experienced due to the roles. The executive branch has some specific powers. First and foremost, they are the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. They also appoint, with Senate approval, their department heads, the bureaucrats that head up these different agencies. The president may pardon or forgive people of crimes against the federal government. The president may make treaties with advice and consent of Congress, and we're watching the Pacific Rim trading deal right now. Appoints ambassadors, federal court judges, and other officials is also the responsibility of the president. They get to make that. Now, Congress has a chance to approve that as well. It's part of that checks and balance part. It delivers the State of the Union address periodically to Congress. Now, periodically meant that they did it once a year with Washington. The precedent was set. We still do it once a year today. Calls Congress into special sessions. So what happens there is if we need a special session of Congress to handle something, we can call them in. Finally, the president can also meet with the heads of states, the ambassadors, and other foreign officials. It commissions all military officers in the United States, and it ensures that the laws of Congress are faithfully executed. And faithfully executed is there in quotes because sometimes the president chooses not to enforce certain laws. Now, and that's something that both parties have done in the past, and it's one of those things that we just definitely need to kind of see as we start to look at these different pieces of information about this. Finally, some special considerations about the executive branch. The executive branch is by far the most popular branch around the world. Everyone knows who our president is. They always know who the president is. This inflates the perceived power of the president. I'm here to tell you that the president is not actually that powerful. The president is just slightly powerful, and there's all of those checks and balances that go into it, and that's all part of what the president does and needs to do. Finally, the president cannot function without the other aspects of the government, and the government must be functioning well. If we see gridlock in Washington or political parties that aren't agreeing with each other, the president can't effectively do their job, Congress can't effectively do their job, and we don't accomplish anything as a government. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Here's that special credit slide again. The template's designed by Slides Carnival, and I want to kind of part of the copyright agreement to make sure that I'm following the law is here. on this page here. So thanks for watching. Make sure you guys have that Cornell note stuff down and that we're moving forward.